Hey YouTube, what is up? You're watching Swifty Poems, and another video game concept. So this one is not as 100% fleshed out as the Mario Rush, but it still is another video game concept that I had that I thought would be really cool and very fun. So it's called Crunch Squad. Crunch Squad is the story of a, I guess, rock and roll or metal band. Basically what happens is this metal band that's like very popular is playing an awesome concert, and then a evil scientist pours chemicals all over their stage and all over the artist, and they turn into crazy creatures. So the name of the band is Crunch, and that's why it's called Crunch Squad. So basically they're rocking out, then all of a sudden they transform into crazy monsters, and everybody in the crowd takes off screaming and running. And that's when the game starts, is you jump off stage and begin to like go down this, like trying to get out of this venue basically, while security and crazy fans are like trying to attack you. Now the gameplay would be like that of, I guess, Ninja Turtles, or even possibly X-Men, basically any side scroller like Double Dragon, all that type of stuff. You're not going to level up your character. You're basically just going to play, and you have a set of moves that you can use. And I think one of the coolest things I've thought about doing is crunch mode. So when you're in crunch mode, say you have nearly no HP left, okay? You're seriously about to die. You enter crunch mode. While in crunch mode, you can eat all the people on the map, including your like allies. So I feel like that will make it funny and fun, especially if you're playing with a friend. You're like, oh shit, like why the fuck are you eating me? So when you eat an ally, it goes into like this button masher mode, where the two of you begin to hit buttons to see who can like basically win this button mashing thing. Now if the person who's eaten wins, they bust out of the other person and they're like alive again and can play, and the other person is like dead and has to use a continue. But this can also be used to your advantage, because when you eat an ally, you get buffed up and you get super strong. So there's going to be boss battles in the game that require you to eat your ally so you become strong. Now what I thought about doing is adding like a 10 to 15 second countdown. So when you've eaten one of your allies, it pops up and begins to count down. If you do not like win the like button mashing thing by the end of the countdown, then you're automatically eaten. But since your ally gets like a buff when he eats you, what you can do is purposely be eaten. That way your ally becomes super strong and can defeat the boss, and then you can bust out and like still win basically. So, I don't know. I feel like it would be a cool concept. There would be 4 players, and they would all use their instruments. So, you would have, like, the lead singer would be, like, a whip-style user, and he would have a mic, and he would just be like, so, it'd be cool. Then you'd have a bass guitarist and a lead guitarist, and then also the drummer. And the drummer would use, like, drumsticks, and he would just be, like, beating people with drumsticks. Don't forget, you're all weird-looking creatures. The whole point of the game is to find the evil scientist and to get the cure so you go back to normal and can continue being an awesome rock band. I figure on the first stage, what you do is you fight a mutated superfan. So you're about to get out of the venue, and you catch the scientist, and he's like, oh yeah, well, before you can get me, you have to fight him. And it's like one of your fans that has also had the same like thing put on him. So he's like a giant creature, and he's like, I love you guys. So you have to defeat him. I figured it would be really fun also to put like ultimates in the game too, where you and another player can stand beside each other and activate like an ability, where say you're the singer and they're the guitarist is like, and the singer is all like, wow, and it does like extra damage and like destroys whoever like is there at the time. So I figure there's a lot of really cool concepts you could put into it as a side scroller like action fighting game, and I feel like you can make the storyline really fun and really funny. And also, since there's no leveling system or anything, anybody can start playing at any time and feel like they're not behind. That's one thing I really hated about Castle Crashers, was you would have a friend that was like super overpowered, and then you were just like bullshit because he'd been playing for a long time and you had just started, so you were super weak and underpowered. But the beauty of this is, say you're playing online, anybody can just log in at one point, and whatever characters are left they can pick or are forced to pick that character, and then they're playing. They have all the same abilities as you do and everything, and it's just about getting to the end of the world, basically finding the cure. So I figured it'd be really cool, and also like an almost old school style of play. And I've always enjoyed like the side scroller games like Double Dragon and Battletoads and things like that. So you could put all of that into this game, but just make it more modern with modern graphics, and also this really cool storyline of, you know, this metal rock and roll like garage style kick-ass band that has like become like pretty much super famous because they've turned into crazy creatures, and it's their storyline of becoming human again. But I don't know, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think of Crunch Squad? If it was made, I could totally see it working on Xbox Live Arcade and also the PlayStation Network. Just like something that you would download like pretty cheap, maybe like $9.99. You would download it, and then you could play online or play with your friends. So 4 players at a time on a screen, and just having a good time and shooting the shit, because you're gonna have lots of moments when, like, you know, you're eating one of your friends, or like you're having to team up to do like a really awesome full band ultimate, or like you're purposely like sacrificing yourself so your friend becomes superpowered to beat the boss. And like I said, the storyline is going to be awesome, and I just feel like it would be really cool concept. What do you guys think? Let me know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the image of this the land sharks or whatever. It's probably not the correct like label for that. What was the old TV show about the sharks that were like awesome, and they were like humans, and then they were turned into sharks, and then they were just badass. Alright, I forgot the name of that, but I'm going to find that. That's going to be the icon on this. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Later!